I was doing a recording outside, and I just went to the bathroom and I forgot to put my shirt, but I had an idea. I've been trying to get in touch with my friend from Hewitt, Andrew, corporate America Andrew, to ask him some business related questions. And I'll just button this because I can get past myself now, because I want something just like this. I want Chainsmokers, Coldplay, something just like this came on, and it made me think of a different Andrew. And I'm like, I just want that kiss. Oh my God. You know what? And I'm not looking for someone to take me and whisk me away unless it's like a little weekend getaway. Hell yeah, let's do a weekend getaway. Oh, I'll do a little trip here and there. But I'm not looking for you to take me, whisk me away to a castle or anything like that. I mean, no, to visit a castle. Yes. I will visit a castle. I want to go to all the castles. When I was a little girl and I lived in Germany, my dad took me to the castles. I've seen so much. When I was in Germany, we went to pig luau thingies, pig roasts. That's what they are, pig roasts. I went to 2 of them. And one of them was in the mountains. The other one was at a farm. Oh my God. There were pigs and piglets and kittens, and there was 2 piglets that were laying like this, belly up, and in between belly up was a piglet or a kitten. All 3 of them were belly. I was like 7 or 8, and I wanted a kitten. They're all orange. And I could see the ones that were sick, and those are the ones that I wanted to take. My parents were like, no. I'm like, they're sick. Look at their eyes. They're all crusty. I got to take them. I'm like, no. Even as a kid, I was rescuing. I saw the sick animals, the ones that needed help. There was one cow that was blind. Like I said, I pick out all the sick animals. And maybe I had just seen Dr. Dolittle when I was 5. The musical, Dr. Dolittle, the OG. And I was more in tune maybe after I saw that. But I still ate that pig roast. Man, that roasted pig was really, really good. Both places I had the smoked pig. It was really good. And I know people who don't eat pig, they're like, I'm like, what? Get over yourself. People are different around the world, okay? They eat different things around the world. Do you know that some people have moving cheese? There's a moving cheese. Yes. And this woman that I worked with, she ate it. She ate the moving cheese, and she told me about it. And I was like, that's fantastic. What country was that? And when can we go? That was my response. Whereas other people are like, ugh, and all the different emotions that come out. It's this business of emotion. Emotional. 21 Pilots sings it really best. What's his name? Trevor? I don't know. I don't remember. I have all the Sia, LSD, Labyrinth. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm batshit crazy having you on my mind? My algebra doesn't equal you every time. But you know what, Justin Bieber? That was some fun freaking training that we did, wasn't it? Pension. All those customer service reps in San Juan. That was so cool. That was me, you, Steve. That was so much fun. There were other people there. But the people that I remember the most, working with the closest, was Justin Bieber. Yep. And Steve. Steve, what was your last name? I don't remember. But you're a pension guy. You're the DB guy. You were Red Cross. That's how we met. Melanie. I got lots of Mels. Melanie was on Red Cross, and I took Red Cross over from Melanie. This is way back. And I met Steve then. And the minute I saw Steve, or I talked to him on the phone, I was like, this is a cool guy. This is cool. This is a cool Steve. I like this Steve. And then after our trip and after all this stuff, and I saw him, we were doing all manager thing, and Steve was there, and it was like, hey. So sometimes you meet people and you know. And I knew. And you know when it's inappropriate, when you have impulse control problems. I had no problems. There was a couple people that had a hard time with controlling their impulses. And I'm not going to name any names. But I witnessed everything. I see it all. And I don't share my observations. I just file it away. And I'm looking at this pumpkin that I got at Mount Dora, from Mount Dora Arts Festival. This pumpkin. All right, I'll share it. Let me get it. I'll share. That's me. That's Snapcrackle Pop is, oh, there's a lighter, and there's two. That's where I put those lighters. Oh my God, sometimes, I tell myself sometimes, Heather, I swear to God, I swear. Oh my God. Because I got candles in here. I'm like, I gotta have lighters. I do. And this is the one that said me. Take me. It's the Lock and Key, which I haven't seen that show yet, Lock and Key. But this one, this is mine. This is my pumpkin. This is what started things. When I reconnected to Blown Glass and I talked to the artist who had created this masterpiece, there were pumpkins all over, Blown Glass pumpkins everywhere, and I fell in love with Blown Glass pumpkins. And I had to have it. It is my favorite piece. Because it's got all the colors in it. And people started asking me, what's your favorite color? And somebody will tell you white. Another person will tell you yellow. Another person will say green. It's definitely green. Some will say it's amber. Amber is the color of your energy. Whoa. Chains of love. What's so pretty, isn't it? Bum, 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 ba, dun, dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum. I am not formidable, but I am smart. And if you're scared of smart, if you're scared of genius, be scared of me. I know a lot. I've been around. Jenny on the block? Oh, I knew her. She was mine. Yep. I know Jenny. Jenny, what's your number? It's 8675-309. 8675-309. I never used to be able to get this close. Now, when I do this, my left hip hurts because I've got a vascular necrosis, so this doesn't feel very comfortable. But I can do it now. I can do things because I'm skinny. Just kidding, I'm not skinny, but I am thin. I lost a lot of weight, and not for healthy reasons. I mean, it started healthy. I mean, my body wasn't healthy, but I didn't know that. I mean, now in hindsight, remember there's hindsight, I started getting sick in 2011. 2010 is what did me in. 2010 did me in. Did me in. How did it do me in? I told the universe I was done making children. I had had my 4th sinus surgery in 2010, so I maxed out my out-of-pocket maximum. And in 2010, the 4th sinus surgery, I said, that's it. That's it. Or did I have it in 29? No, I don't know. I maxed out a couple years, out-of-pocket max, if you know what those are. I hit it multiple times. So in 2010, I said, what am I going to do? I hit my out-of-pocket maximum. I've got more things I need to get done. Why don't I just, and I started banging things out. And then I'm like, I want to get fixed. I know my world's going to be a shit show. I just had this feeling. I just knew it. I just knew it. My women's intuition, my intuition said, just get your tubes tied. Now, it gets more weird. It gets very weird. I'm warning you. So, and somebody is going to go, no, you're lying. I don't lie. I mean, I tell white lies, but I don't lie. So, I'm going to share with you how me and Dr. B went down. Dr. Bartfield is my prime OBGYN. That's my gynecological. Yep. Prime OBGYN on Orange Avenue. Dr. Bartfield, hands down, is the best OBGYN I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of ologists and a lot of doctors. I'm telling you right now, you will never get a better practice than Prime OBGYN. Nope. Prime OBGYN is the best Central Florida otolaryngologist. No, that's the different ologist. Oh, gynecologist, right. And OB stands for what? Obstetrics. That's right. So I know the best doctors. I know the worst doctors. I know the worst offices and the best offices. I know people who work there. I know doctors. I know lawyers. Now, the lawyers that I know can't help me. The lawyers that I know are for other things, not for disability. So when I tell somebody, I'm going to talk to my lawyer. I'm going to talk to my lawyer. But just kidding. I don't hire lawyers because they're just friends that I just bounce questions off of. That's it. Melissa's husband, Jason, is a lawyer, but they charge a lot of money. So in order to, I need to do financially what I need to do, I need money, and I don't have money. I have no money. And I know my corporate America people are like, what? Yeah. It's possible. When you're such a medical shit show like me, it's possible. Trust me. My family's like, what the fuck, Heather? You were making $56 an hour as doing your corporate dream job. Suck it up, buttercup. I'm like, but I've been sucking it up. In 2010, no, it was 29 I got fixed. 2009. Because 2010 was when I got riffed. 2010 was when so it was 09. 09 I got fixed. Okay, right, going back to Prime OBGYN, Dr. Barfield got fixed in 2009. Had my 4th sinus surgery. That's when I hit my out-of-pocket maximum. I had a lot. But when and I had to deal with advocacy. They had to help me. I had to have. So if you ever want to talk, I have the conch. When I have the conch, I talk. Okay, little flies? Got it? Okay, listen. Enola Holmes. You're not going to get into my eye, Fuzzy. I had seen it when it came out. But it was in a weird time of my life, and I had forgotten. And somebody had mentioned, you need to see Enola Holmes. Because I said, I love Elementary, Sherlock. I love, whatever. Angelina Jolie. Ex-husband. Whatever. British. I don't even know. What? I don't have a problem with Charlie's Angels. Or Linda Carter. Or whatever. I would like to have an invisible jet. And these guys from Poker Gaga keep telling me, I'll come pick you up and okay, going back to Dr. Barfield. Right, okay. In 2009, I had my 4th sinus surgery with Dr. Lindsay in St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg. St. Pete. I love St. Pete. Love it. And would love to live there one day. Or Tampa. St. Pete. Yeah. Whatever. Clearwater. Somewhere like that. Anyway, if I have to stay in Florida for the next couple of years, that's where I'd like to go when my father's no longer, or I don't have to care after my father. I'll take my mom with me wherever. But my dad. Anyway, Barfield, doctor. My friend Stephanie, I know the Watsons, Stephanie and Clyde Watson from corporate America, and Clyde and Stephanie. Well, yeah, we all played poker, and then we had a big group of us, and Stephanie had told me about a procedure that she had done where there's coils, and she'll tell you this. So this isn't top secret that I'm telling Stephanie. It's news, but she had the coils because they worked for her. But what did not work for me were the coils. Because I had said, Dr. Barfield, can you do the coils? Can you put the coils in me? And he goes, yeah. We'll do that. I'm like, cool. That sounds cool. Look up the procedure. So the day before the surgery, I called Dr. Barfield. No, actually, it was the day before I went to see him in the office the day before. Things were different back then. And I said, listen, Dr. Barfield, if for some reason you're in there and my body does not cooperate with whatever you're trying to do, I want to be fixed. I don't want any more kids. I just had my 4th sinus surgery, and that's not the only ones I've had. I'm like, I'm so done with having children and having to recuperate from all these allergy shots and all. I mean, and he goes, I get it. So I'll do a tubal if that. And he goes, Heather. I'm like, I wake up in excruciating pain, like excruciating pain in my shoulders. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, my shoulders. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, I'm back out again. I'm like, they gave me some more pain medicine and knocked me the fuck out. That's right. So they knocked me out. And I wake up and I come to, and Dr. Bartfield's there, and he goes, Heather, I don't know how you knew. And I said, what? How do I know what? He goes, your uterus is tilted at an angle, and it wouldn't. How did you know? You just knew. So I had to do a tubal, and that means they blew you up with air. And when they will blow you up with air, here, you know that Please song? She's bouncy and she's whatever. And when I'm feeling naughty, blow her up with air. Gen X, if you don't know, you know whatever. So Dr. Barfield was like, I don't know how you knew, but you knew. And I said, I just know my body. I know when I ovulate. I know when I'm going to get pregnant. I know when I'm not going to get pregnant. I just know. I know that it takes me 3 Tylenol. It takes 2 people 2 Tylenol. Acetaminophen, ibuprofen, whatever. It takes me more. It always has taken me more. Now, with pain meds, they keep me up. I don't fall asleep. They make me sick, or they make me sick, or like a vertigo, and then like I'm tripping, or not full on hallucinogenics, but sick and nauseous and hot and awake and fucking awake, so that I can be tortured. I don't get I might get itchy, but I fall asleep. No, it's irritating. I've had adverse reactions to medications my whole life. Now, I've also realized recently the needles, which I got to do my B12 shot. BD. He goes, when I called, he goes, ask for the BD needles. I said, like, Beckin Dickinson? He's like, BD. He goes, BD's the brand. I was like, yeah, I know. Okay, whatever. BD was a client of mine. I'm like, okay, I know who they are. It's all good. I know they're corporate. It's okay. And Dr. Barfield is a godsend. He's my hero. Because he introduced me to a new doctor. Did you hear that? I don't know. I did. A new gastro. I was very disappointed and very upset with Dr. Gaday's office. This office staff was not helpful. And it was a comment that Dr. Gaday made in my last meeting with him. I loved him until he made this comment. And I'd like to share it with you because if this ever gets out there, I want Dr. Gaday to know that it's not okay to say how I'm about to tell you. Because this is how Heather sees it, okay? I've had a past. I went to 2 hospitals in May. They misdiagnosed me in both hospitals and never called my psychiatrist because I'm seeing a psychiatrist for psychiatric care for ADHD. Because honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, when I was diagnosed in 33, 34 years old, something like that, she said I'm right. I'm at the highest end. Now, when we started probing and she started asking, it was an hour-long session. At the end, she goes, you're doing all of the techniques that I would suggest somebody do with your condition, and you don't want to medicate. She goes, how you got this far and up the chain in corporate America? She's like, I'm pretty impressed. I'm like, I'm smart. I didn't say that, but I'm like, I'm smart. That was also the session I walked out and my Prada glasses had fallen and somebody took them. I had them when I went in, filled out the paperwork. I walked out and they were gone. 1 hour session. My Prada was gone. Jim and I started dating and he bought me Prada glasses. He bought them. He bought me really nice Prada sunglasses. And Brian had bought me Revos. My first boyfriend, I moved to Little Rock, Arkansas. I mean, I thought he really loved me. And we were working at Alamo Rent-A-Car together at BWI Airport. And when he was in Little Rock, he would send me flowers every week. He did. He sent me flowers every week from Little Rock. So I was like, all right, I guess he is the one. So I moved out there and I tried it for 5 months. And it was, his dad was Air Force, and that's how we moved to Fort something in Arkansas. That was a miserable 5 months with a little bit of good. I met the Deckers, my first set of Deckers. That sounds funny. But he helped me with my resume. I was only 22. 21. Yeah, something like that. Everybody knew I was out of Brian's league. He knew I was out of his league. I didn't know I was out of his league. That's the difference. That's the difference right there. I don't see people as a league. I don't see people as, that's the person I need to be with to get ahead. I see energy, and I see somebody who needs help. Sometimes. For him, it was the stupid green Jeep, and he's such a dork with the squeaky voice, and it was the sex. Okay, fine. The sex was really good. The sex was really good. The places. Okay. And that's when I got Kitty, my first cat. And I rescued her. He let me get a kitten because I was so lonely. So lonely. I missed all my friends. Marilyn so much. And I would cry. And he's like, all right, we can get a kitten. I'm like, okay. And I went to the rescue shelter. And I saw her sitting there all quiet. Scared. And I said, that's the one. There was one climbing on the screen going, I'm like, nah, that one. She was just sitting there all quiet. She's like, me. I said, And the ironic part is, the thing that I rescued is the thing that he tried to hurt the most, to get at me emotionally. He threw her, picked her up, and threw her against a wall. Mad at me. And it's not okay. Brian, that's not okay. Were there additional things that happened? Oh yeah, it's a whole story. Because there's so much more that he doesn't even know. It involves a friend of mine from Enterprise Rent-A-Car who saved me because I didn't have any money. He's like, Heather, I'm gonna put you up in a hotel for the night because I didn't have anybody to call. I didn't know anybody, and I knew this guy because we got snowed in together at Little Rock, Arkansas. So we had to go to a hotel. So we hung out that night. He was red hair, such a great guy, and he was a friend. And he helped me and he put me up in a hotel room, me and Kitty. And then the next day, Brian sobered up and he's like all apologetic and he took me to breakfast. And first I called Mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm coming home. And that's it. I'm coming home. Tell my mom I'm coming home. And then I told Carrie, and Carrie goes like, Mom's like, wait, go to Florida. Don't come home. Go to Florida. I'm like, well, how do I? She goes, we're moving. We're buying a house. I'm like, all right, I'll go to Florida. Carrie's like, I'll go to Florida too. My best friend Carrie, I'll move to Florida. Okay. Long story short, Mom and I pack up all my shit, moved me to Orlando. Yep. And my couch too. And I lived there for 3 months. And Carrie bailed on me. Carrie fell in love. And that's not Eric. But it led her to Eric. One thing leads to another. And we end up where we are today. But the past is past. You got to learn from the past and move the fuck on. So that's what I'm trying to do. And something just like this came on when I was doing a video and my electronics started going to fucking wonky shit. Now, mind you, this is busted stuff. It's been dropped a couple times. It's not, I need help. I seriously, I'm my electronic, I got my Mac pad that is the worst one to get, but it was the cheapest. And my friend Brian was like, you need this. And I still had a job. I was making $56 an hour. My brother was like, I would suck a dick. And I'm just kidding. My brother Mike would never say, well, he just said, I would suffer. I'm like, no. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't suffer like this. Not when you're me. Everybody deals with their own suffering in their own way. I spent 6 months in Carolinka's room. 6 months without this. 6 months in Carolinka's room with her ashes. 6 months. And it was very uncomfortable at first. I felt watched constantly, like seriously, for 3 weeks. 3 weeks I felt watched. And I've never felt like that. And I've moved around my whole life and I've never felt like that before. But then again, I've never lived with ashes before. Ashes of somebody who meant the world to me and was an artist and a love. And my brother doesn't know my relationship with her. And the things that women, we are stronger together. But not all women's chicks. The chicks, they're just the chicks now. They said, fuck you, Dixie. Fuck you, Dixie, for threatening us. Fuck you, Dixie, for threatening. Why do you have to elevate to that level? The hate. I don't understand it. I see it all the time. I just don't understand. Anyway, Camila Cabello, she sings a song, In the Dark. Who are you in the dark? Show me the scary parts. I. When it's 2 a.m. and you're all alone, and LA doesn't feel like home. Who are you in the dark? Darling, come on and let me in, darling. All of the strangers are gone. They're gone. I could be that person to help you. I'm not going to marry you, and I'm not going to live with you. I need to be free to be me. And I need to learn some languages. And I'm not going to lie. I play poker gaga with some men that I will definitely be friends with for a very long time. And most of them will be platonic. There are a couple that I am telling you were just friends. But friends, some friendships, rare friendships, come with extra benefits. See, all friendships come with benefits of a certain kind. Some of them come with extra benefits. The ones who care, the ones who show me more about them, and they're not just all about me. Like wanting to fuck me. I'm just going to put it out there. That's what the guys want. I met a man who used me, but he got me stoned. He smoked me up, made sure I was smoked up real good. But he didn't like me. You know what I mean? He wasn't there for my head. He wasn't there for my mind. He just wanted this. And that was, I'm not going to lie, I had like 3. So I got some. But he was a fucktard and he fucked me over. And I should have known when I saw the pit bull. But it was too late. I traveled too far. I was like, okay. That pit bull was like scary. I've never been afraid of a pit bull before. I was afraid of this pit bull. And I'm an animal lover, and anybody knows me. And Chase, listen, we got to talk. But this man taught me something, a couple things. So I took that away. Even though I got something out of it. It wasn't what I was wanting, because you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. You just don't always see it right then. And then fast forward and you're like, oh, that's why I learned it that way. Okay, I'm just going to slowly. All right, now. Wish you luck. Ready? Right knee. Okay. I just couldn't sit. I have to change positions all the time. And this is, I'm going to see if anything works. Not playing, but the last song, let me see what it was. Did I get it? I did not. It was something just like this, because it got stuck in my head. And I did do a video. Oh, it's loading. Did it get the last picture? No. But it got the last video. Don't spasm on me. I'm accident prone, and I did really bang up my toes. But Papa just came out to check on my knee. And he's right there, so I don't know how much time I have. I was just thinking about for a record when I was 12 years old, my dad was riding his dirt bike and he put me on the back. It starts off sad, but it gets really happy and funny. So at least it was 6 minutes. I got that, so that's good. But I didn't get something just like that. So I'm just going to hit, okay. I'm going to hit songs. streets once more covered with dry leaves. Art. I'm droopy. This is not healthy. This skinny is not healthy, but I can make it look tough. And if I go, see, I have the muscles. I was a gymnast. I was a soccer player. I was athletic, and now I'm droopy and I'm saggy because I got up to 225 pounds. 225 pounds. I'll poke fun of myself. I don't care. I got droopy boobs. Don't care. I earned every scar, every jiggle, because I know I'm not done. I need an MRI on my elbows. They're the ones starting to bug me now. But, I mean, more. Everything else hurts, but more. Okay. I'm just going to take a picture of this because this is really a whole lot of people. The name keeps scrolling and scrolling. John Metcalf, Philip Shepard, and Chris Horsey. Ow! Oh, high pitch. Fuck. Tinnitus. All right, by Max Richter, Tilda Swinton, Louisa Fuller, Natalia Bonner, John Metcalf, and Philip Shepard. So, Philip Shepard, I know Phil. Phil is in a orchestra. He plays French horn and other instruments, but that's my Phil. And I have a Justice that plays cello. And Shepard, Dak Shepard. You don't do an instrument, but I saw something about your rock bottom. And how you 90% of you, 90 whatever. I've been in a lot of situations in my past, way younger. I've seen some shit. And I know people who have seen some shit. And we're going to be talking about some shit on some podcasts, some shit. I have some inspiration. I had already been thinking about doing a podcast when my friend from Maryland invited me to Sarasota to visit him and his girlfriend, Heather, who I fell in love with. She's an angel, too. She's a blonde, freckled. She's got more freckles than me. And, of course, Chaz. Him and all his fucking Heathers. And Heathers with freckles. It's weird. Chaz has a thing. So, they introduced me to a new guy, and he did a podcast. And I could relate to it because I knew Columbia, Maryland. I knew what they were talking about. D.C., Baltimore, whatever they talk about, that Howard County, whatever. I knew it. Prince George County. And I played poker gaga with people who were around the world. And I've been to places. Like, I went to Venice, I went to Austria, so I can relate. I went to Canada, California, Puerto Rico. I can relate to people better. Because my parents, first of all, my parents had me. And the doctor said, get an abortion. Priest said, it's okay to get an abortion. My parents said, nah. So here I am. This is me. Really. ADHD. Born this way. But the rest of it, they couldn't see. Well, ADHD you can't see either, so. Fooled ya. You thought I was normal. Far from it. And I'm never going to change. So, see you on the dark side of the moon? That's where I was born. What's your excuse?